Massive welcome to this live stream. Awesome to see you guys here before me. So we haven't been live for a while. I'm going to do my best to hang out to answer as many of your YouTube growth questions as I can. Massive welcome to those of you that are joining us on here now. So we got Doug all the way from Vid Summit. Great to have you on here. Micah, D-Boss, we'll get to your questions very, very soon. I want to make you aware of a free training workshop that we have coming up next week. So if you are looking to grow on YouTube, you don't want to rely on going viral or rely on jumping from trend to trend or be on that content social media hamster wheel where you just got to create content and just hope that it works. So if you want to grow on YouTube like a strategic business owner, then you don't want to miss that training. Obviously, I'm going to hang out and answer as many of your questions as I can today on the same topic. But if you want to deep dive into this stuff on that training next week, which there's a link to register in the description box below, I'm going to be sharing the 5 steps, the 5 things that we do for every video we upload so that we're not just trying to throw stuff out there and hope that it sticks, that we are being strategic. We're looking at what people are actually searching for. What do people actually want? And then we're sharing our thoughts and opinions on this stuff. So if you thought that it's too late for YouTube or that there's too many other people out there that are already creating the content that you want to create and that it's too overcrowded, and who are you to make those videos if there's already successful people out there doing it? No, this is a massive opportunity that you have. It is not too late for YouTube. YouTube loves serving out new, recent, relevant content. And there's no reason that you can't have massive success with this stuff, sharing your thoughts and opinions too. And don't worry, I've had a lot of those thoughts back when our channel wasn't growing. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm too late for YouTube, 10 years ago. Maybe no one wants to hear from me. No one cares about my thoughts and opinions. And I guess that's it's a really interesting thing where we're just showing up and sharing and helping and geeking out on the stuff that we enjoy. And that's the power that's available to you too. And that's what I want for you. I don't want you to have to go through the years of pain that we had to get where we are today. You don't have to. And that's really what's at the core of Primal Video and the YouTube videos that we put out here. And obviously our accelerator membership is the next level on that as well. It's about helping you have success and do it much faster than we did. So I will jump to your questions here very, very soon. But I just wanted to start off with that because I know that there's a lot of people that are going through the same struggles and the same pain that we did, where we're jumping from video to video, post and pray, hope that this please be the one that works, please be the one that takes off. And that's stressful, that sucks. And that's where I see so many people burning out, because if you're doing the same thing over and over again without having any success or without having growth, then yeah, it can be very demotivating, especially for the fact that your friends, your family, your peers, your colleagues, they're all watching, they're all seeing this stuff happening. They're seeing you fail in real time, and it's not a fun place. I remember being at a family barbecue when our channel first started, and it was a family member, extended family, said, oh, I thought we'd check out your YouTube channel for a laugh. Like, oh, daggers. Oh, my only response was, did you laugh? It wasn't that much longer that once we really figured out what we needed to do to grow on YouTube, that then it was that same person came back like, oh, congratulations. So awesome to see you got 20,000 subscribers. Wow, people are actually watching them. Like they were surprised. So I don't want that for anyone. But if you are having that, if you do have people judging you, they're normally just jealous that they haven't taken action themselves. They're jealous of you actually moving forward and chasing your goals. So it doesn't need to be a bad thing. I just want you to be focused on what you're doing. So yes, it's still going to take time. You are still going to need to create videos, but I want you to do it strategically. We don't just come up with a random idea and go and shoot that. We are very strategic in what we create. I'm also not making videos every day. While we have 1.6 million subscribers, you will see that for the bulk of our channel growth, it's been 1 video a week. Now we're experimenting and bringing in friends and other people to have content on our channel as well, to help us expand our reach, to help us help more people without me needing to make videos all the time. So this keeps it fun. But for the bulk of our YouTube growth, it's been one video a week. And I totally get it. For some of you, that might be not achievable. If you're making something, you're in a crafting niche or something like that, you don't have to do one a week, but you don't have to be doing 3 times a week or daily. Like that was the YouTube growth strategy that we were told. If you want to be successful, you need to do what Casey Neistat is doing and create content every week. It's just not the case. Some of the biggest channels out there upload every other week. Some of them upload only a few times a year, but those videos are so strategic and they're awesome videos. They have a lot of prep and everything for them. They're not just a random, oh, quickly shot this on my phone and throw it out there. We want to come from that place of how do we add value to the internet? How do we show up and help people with the stuff that we geek out on? And that's what we have frameworks and structures around. That's what we teach at a high level inside of our accelerator program. But it's also what I'm going to run you through on the free training next week as well. Again, the 5 steps, the 5 things that we do for every video we upload, so that we're really not posting and praying and hoping that that video takes off. We know that this is what people want. We know this is how they're articulating that pain or problem. So we're doing some keyword and some topic research to really make sure that we're using the words that our audience are using so they can find those videos. But also, so when they do click on them, they feel like the video was created just for them, because it has been. That's what I want for you. Like, it's an amazing experience. I know that you guys have probably done this, where you clicked on a YouTube video and you're like, wow, this video is exactly what I needed. It wasn't too advanced, it wasn't too beginner, it was exactly what I needed. The pacing was right. This is what doing that research up front allows you to do, is to get some insight as to who your audience is and what they actually want, and what you can then give them to make them feel amazed and complete watching that video. That's what we teach. And that's what I think is really, really important. And when we started, we weren't doing any of that stuff. And that's where there was a point for us where we did nearly give up. And I say nearly, I thought we were done. I thought the channel was closing down. And when I say me, I started this channel with my brother, Mike. Look, there was a point for us where it wasn't working. It was taking up so much time. I was on that hamster wheel of create a video a week, but it would take me the whole week to make that video. And then Groundhog Day, we'd post the video and I'm back on that hamster wheel again. Now we're batching everything. We're well ahead on our video schedule. I'm not shooting videos every day. I'm not shooting videos every week. And I get to choose what videos we make after knowing what it is that our audience actually wants. That's what I want for you too. So if you are interested, we'll get to the Q&A. If you are interested, make sure you register for that free training next week. It'll be on at this exact time early next week. All the details are on this page, primalvideo.com/live workshop. It's totally free. I'm gonna share here at a much deeper level the 5 things that we do for every video we upload, so that you can leave there not just knowing more stuff, because we've all got access to a ton of information. I want you leaving there with an action plan where you can go and put stuff into action straight away. And you can't unhear what you're going to learn on that. So you won't be able to go back to just doing what you were doing that may or may not be working for you right now. Chances are, if you're on here, you want to hang out and grow your YouTube channel, then there's always levels that we can improve. For any one of us, there's always another level. So definitely check out that training. It is run live. It's not one of those fake pre-recorded lives. So if I missed your question here today, then jump on there and there will be dedicated Q&A at the end of that as well. But also given time zones, we have a global audience. I had to pick a time zone that would line up with the bulk of our audience. So if it doesn't work for you, still register and I will get that replay out to you afterwards. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back through the chat here a little bit now, but good morning or good evening. For those of you joining us here now. D-Boss, so I saw a video about it and maybe Americans cannot use the .ca link. So I signed up for the American version, added other countries. Okay, I'm not sure I'm following your question here. Maybe I've missed something. New subscriber here, I watched you a lot. I have a question about Amazon affiliate marketing. Oh, okay, so maybe it's showing the wrong way around here for me. I had the link out there, but it's got over 600 clicks, no sales. Most of my subscribers are American. Awesome, so you wanna use a service called Genius Link. Amazon does have an option for this now, Amazon One Link, where it will redirect people from America to Canada or Canada to America, like wherever they're signed up from, and it will still track as your sale. But for us, we use Genius Link. It's so much more control. It's easier to create Amazon links and make sure they're tracked properly. And for also managing if a product goes out of stock, then you can easily swap out that link for another product. So Genius Link is what we use for that. Cool. All right, scrolling down. Great to have you on here. Kai Bakata, Patricia. Greetings from Miami. Great to have you on here. Michelle Lawrence. Great to have you on here too. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out how to get more subscribers. How much of an impact can a good thumbnail do to a video? This is huge. Your thumbnail image is super important. Again, we're gonna dive into this stuff. I actually have a great little exercise that we're gonna run through with this to show you how powerful your thumbnail images are. But think of that analogy, like people don't judge a book by its cover. It's BS. We do judge books by its cover. You walk into a bookstore, your eyes are gonna be attracted to some books over others. Your YouTube channel is no different. Right? So we want to stand out on the platform. So your thumbnail image is super important. How do people quickly work out what your video is about and if it's for them just from looking at that image? So this is where for us, we're like trying to add in a few words. If I'm talking about an iPhone, I'll hold up an iPhone. Like what can we do to help the viewer quickly work out what our video is about and if it's for them? Our videos don't need to be for everyone. We only want the right people clicking our videos, but your thumbnail image is a big, big, big piece of that. So we need to get our content showing somewhere on the platform in front of the right people. We then need to get it clicked on, and then we need to keep them watching. In a nutshell, that's really what we're trying to do. But there's a lot of little strategies for each one of those steps to help you get the most out of it. So yes, thumbnail strategy, thumbnail image, super important. We have examples of people that are in our accelerator program. And they've shared this where they've got videos on their channel that have been dead for views, right? So just an old video that's lost in the YouTube abyss, getting no traction. And we had one guy, Mike Bell, he went back and he changed the thumbnail images on a video that was previously dead and not performing, just changing the thumbnail image. He was then able to get that content performing and showing up in some of the top spots on YouTube for search results, like competitive search results or searches, just from changing the thumbnail image. So your thumbnail image can be huge. TubeBuddy or vidIQ, look, there's so much overlap between them. It's like saying this car brand or this car brand. For each of them, there are standout features. The A/B split testing I do like on TubeBuddy. The bulk find and replace I do like on TubeBuddy. vidIQ does give you extra insights into different areas. You don't need them both. You could pretty much pick one. I prefer TubeBuddy's A/B split testing to YouTube's A/B split testing for your thumbnail image. So for me, it's TubeBuddy that I have installed. Vancouver Port Live, love your work. I'm in month 2 of YouTube and have relied a lot on your advice. Awesome. And this is where baby steps, right? Well done. You've got your channel created, I would imagine. You're on here, so I can see that you've got a channel. Let's just strive for the 1% improvement over time, the atomic habits, right? We don't need to have it all figured out. Done is better than perfect, but let's be strategic with what it is we're creating so that we're creating not just videos on the internet. We're creating assets that can work for you. I love this. Like our YouTube channel, it's this library of content that is showing up and performing. We have videos that are 9 years old that still get thousands of views a day. They still have ads run on them, so they're monetized. We're still helping people. There's affiliate links for products and things that we're talking about in that video. 9 years on, it's still working across every level. It's still helping people, and it's bringing in revenue, and it's growing our channel. So this is what I want for you, is strategic content over time. But I'm sure you've all heard it. YouTube is the long game. We hear about these people that create a couple of shorts or a couple of videos and they blow up. That's awesome. But that's not for most of us mere mortals. We've got to be strategic with this stuff, or that's where it's kind of a bad business decision to continue. Strategy is key. I'm batching now, but it's still a challenge. Yeah, so cool. I like to run the exercise. If this was fun and easy, what would it look like? For any one of us, we're going to be overcomplicating things. And I still catch myself out when I'm overcomplicating stuff in my process. So always like, if this was easy, what could it look like? Maybe using your phone could be easier than using an actual camera. Maybe doing less editing and not trying to make it the next Mr. Beast video with titles and things changing all the time. Let's test. Let's see if there was an easier way. So I really like that approach, in that there's always ways that we can improve for any one of us. I have people that come to me and they say, Justin, my YouTube channel is not growing. I'm doing everything right, but it's not growing. YouTube is squashing small creators, or whatever other BS excuse they've come up with. No, the fact is, if you were doing everything right, it would be working. So for any one of us, no matter what level you're at, there's always another level that we can take this to. Always. Even for us, there's another level we could go to with thumbnails and testing and whatever. There's another level that we could refine our videos and maybe make them much more condensed, or we go the other way and make them even longer, make them deeper dives. There's always another level that we can go to for any one of us. I don't say that to overwhelm you. That should be an inspiring thing. Let's test. Let's see what works for us, and let's see what works on YouTube too. I learned a lot from you in the last week. Awesome. Great to have you on here. I'm trying. Awesome. That's all we can do, right? For any one of us is try. But let's try with a strategy in place. Like, I wish that we knew the adage where it's like, I wish I knew then what I know now. I really do. The amount of years that we spent trying, testing, figuring this stuff out, and failing for so long before we actually figured out what actually works on YouTube. Now we're able to replicate it and do it really, really easily. And that's what we teach. So one thing I do want to call out, because we do have this comment a lot. We have a very search-focused channel. We're not an entertainment channel. We're not like a Mr. Beast, where we're going to get massive amount of views day one, week one on our videos. What we do have is a search-based channel. So we know what people are looking for, and we want to be the ones that show up as the guide when people are looking for that stuff. That way we don't need to try and compete with those big entertainment channels, but we know that we're showing up when our ideal audience or potential customers and clients, when they're looking for stuff, we show up. That's what I want for you. It is much, much easier. That's the low-hanging fruit on YouTube, because you're not competing from an entertainment value like YouTube going up against Netflix, which now it's overtaken that. We don't need to kind of play in that game. Most people go to YouTube for either entertainment, or they're looking for free shit. They're looking to learn for free. They're looking to learn how to change the oil on their car, or how to build something, or how to grow on YouTube. So what is it that you can show up for and add value to the internet, help people for free, and build that know, like, and trust with them? And then you can take that wherever you'd like. You can build an amazing business off the back of it. So for us now with Primal Video, it's now a 7-figure annual business built off the back of our YouTube channel, where we show up and help people for free. So that's like, there's really so many different ways that you can take this. And that's where we geek out in our accelerator program. Okay, scrolling down here now. Again, apologies if I've missed your question. But yeah, drop your questions in the chat. Anything around YouTube growth or the monetization side of things. Living in the Pacific, awesome. Life is good in the tropical shade, nice. Hi from Darwin, Australia. Welcome. How cool is this? Yeah, great to have you on here, Steph. Fitness over 50. Hey everyone, hey, great to have you on here. Sun Coast Fit. Sunshine Coast, that's where I live. Okay, hey from South Carolina. Quinn, I've learned a lot from you over the last week. My banner I learned from you, but can you do a video on how to make your page with videos look good, and for a dyslexic person like myself who struggle? Inside of our accelerator program, we do have obviously more training on this stuff. On YouTube, our focus is to look at what people are looking for specifically, how many people are searching for those things per month, and that's really what we're gauging as to what content to make. So we could definitely create a video around this topic. I would say, look, to help you with this, playlists is how you do it. You create playlists, and then you can add them as different featured sections on your channel. But we do have obviously a deeper dive training on that inside of our accelerator program. Question, how important are hashtags on YouTube and how best to use? The hashtags, I think, are something that never really took off on YouTube. I do see them used quite a lot more in shorts right now. And when you upload a video, it's actually suggesting hashtags for you. So I think it's interesting. But if we look at the viewer experience and look at say, you guys that are on here now, do you use hashtags? Do you search hashtags? When you see them on YouTube, do you click on them? And for most people, that's a no. Right? So I'm not saying don't use hashtags, but we very rarely use hashtags because where they show up is right underneath a video. So if someone is watching one of our videos, so we've already got their attention, that could be a distraction or a leaving point for them where they click that hashtag, they're then taken off to a list of videos that have all featured that hashtag. There's no guarantee that we'll be on the other end of that link click, right? So I take that into consideration. Everything on YouTube comes down to a good viewer experience. So I would experiment with it. For shorts, yeah, for sure. I would definitely experiment with it more for shorts than I would for long form. But it's not something where you just go, oh, I added 5 hashtags, my channel blew up, right? Because most people aren't using them. So it's interesting that YouTube is pushing them more again now, but still the general consensus out there from people and viewer behavior is that people aren't using them. You're one of the favorites. Awesome, thank you. I nerd out in your videos. My video uploaded today. I'm planning on learning daily. Awesome, I love it. Great to have you on here. Outback Outlaw, I've taken a sabbatical from YouTube. It's been a good way to check in. Yeah, for sure. Like this is where, I haven't even read the rest of your question, but we're not employed by YouTube. None of us are. So if you feel like you need a break, you feel like you're burning out, or you just want to go and try other stuff, like do it. There's so many people that feel like they're employed by YouTube or that they've let their subscribers down. Like you're choosing to do this. So I absolutely love that. I removed hundreds of videos as well. I've always enjoyed watching your channel. Awesome. Look, yeah, this is where we can shape and evolve over time. What our channel started as to where it is now is totally different. I remember having a conversation with Mike, my brother, saying, wow, you know, I don't ever want to be one of those channels that talks about how to grow on YouTube. Yet here we are. At that time in my life and in our YouTube journey, no, I didn't want to talk about it because we didn't really know what we were doing. We started as a video editing channel. It was called Video Editing Coach. So this has shaped and evolved to now I love talking about this stuff because we've been able to figure out a way to make it work strategically. This isn't a hit and hope thing as we mentioned before. And that's what we want for you. Don't have to do all the lessons and learn everything the hard way, the long way. That's what I want for anyone now. So I'm pumped to now talk about this stuff because I want to help someone jump that learning curve quicker. And so it's about evolving. So yeah, if you've removed videos, changing direction, awesome. Like what does the next phase look like? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I have a large back catalog of live streams, as Michelle, recorded and shorts. I'm trying to do exactly what you're doing for my audience. I'm slowly getting there, always learning. Awesome. And this is where you'll notice that we upload new updated versions of our videos every year. And so again, if we're coming back to what does YouTube want, what does the viewer want? It wants a good viewer experience, right? The viewers want to have a good time. YouTube wants to keep people on the platform and they'll stay on the platform if they're having a good time or it's a good experience for them. So if we look at that then and say, what would the viewer click on? A video from 2024 or a video from 3 years ago on the exact same topic? What if the viewer thought that things might have changed? They might not have, but what if the viewer thought that things might have changed? They'd be looking for a newer video. So there's lots of different ways that we can go around this without just, I guess, repurposing old content. We can create newer versions of our older content, specifically stuff that's done well. And then we can show up with the old stuff, but also the new stuff, knowing that YouTube wants new stuff, the viewer wants new stuff, and it allows us to create better versions of videos. We don't take the old ones down. So video editing software is a great example of this. Every year we run out my top picks for best editing apps, best editing software for free. And those videos tend to do pretty well. And it's also like there's people now that would tune back in every year. I wonder what Justin's pick is for this year. But also the fact that we're able to show up for people that have never seen us before for that type of content, knowing that it is a pain or a problem that our audience is looking to solve. They're more likely to click on a new recent video than an older one. So just something else to throw out there with your strategy, Michelle. A thumbnail for beginners who struggles at times with dyslexia. Okay, that was from our conversation before. What questions do you have for looking natural what suggestions do you have for looking natural on camera? Practice. I wish I had a better answer, and I hate saying that that's the answer. I remember looking for the same thing, because I used to hate having my photo taken, let alone present on camera or run a live stream or speak on stage. I used to hate that stuff. So it really is practice, and I hated when I would search for this on-camera confidence. Like, you just got to get the runs on the board. You really do. That is the best way. I'd also suggest that you do live streams like this. I got something in my eye. Live streams like this, because it helps you take the pressure off. It helps you better articulate things. So when you are recording, that you are more natural, you're more relaxed. But also you could use tools like a teleprompter and have your bullet points all on screen to help keep you on track. I'm using a teleprompter here now to bring up the comments on there. So yeah, there are tools to help, but the biggest thing I'd say is just to practice and know that your first videos are going to be your worst videos, and that we can just try to improve a little bit over time. So the looking natural piece, a little teleprompter tip, if you are going to go that way, is you don't just want to be reading word for word, like staring at it and not blinking, right? We want to be looking around and using our hands, and it feels silly at first, but it looks way more natural than you just locked off sitting there staring, reading, right? So another way that you could do this, if you don't have a teleprompter, would be to have your bullet points just below the camera and just break your video down into chunks. So let's deliver this point here, read this point here, and then I'll deliver it to the camera. I'll come back and we do the next point, deliver that to camera. And just imagine that you're talking to your closest friends or a family or a potential client that has asked you the question, which is the topic of the video. Then you're just talking to them. You want to be trying to talk to one person, not everyone. This is where it's, I look at those videos like, hey guys, hey everyone, but how much better does it feel when you watch a video and someone's like, hey, great to have you on here. Like, oh, well, you might be talking to me. As silly as that sounds, there's so much psychology in there that people will feel much more connected to you in doing that. Okay, you bring good points. Sometimes it takes me days to edit and finish a video. Yeah, like that's perfectly normal. In which case, how do we then batch this stuff up? Might even mean pausing uploading. Totally lost my train of thought. Pause your uploading right now and don't upload until you've got a few videos good to go. Then when you start uploading again, you've already got a few weeks worth of content potentially. And then you get to create content from a place of, cool, I got plenty of time. I don't have to make something this week, but we still want to try to get that consistency in there as well. Now, really quickly, for those of you that are just joining us on here, if you want to geek out further on this stuff, next week I'm running a free live training workshop. You can register with the link in the description below. And I'm going to be sharing our strategy for YouTube growth. Literally the 5 steps that we do for every video we upload on YouTube, so that we don't have to rely on trying to go viral or jumping from trend to trend or just trying to make stuff and hope that it works. We know exactly what people are searching for, how many people are searching for, what they're looking for in terms of how they're articulating their pain or problem, so that we can be strategic. We can pass that information through to YouTube so that YouTube better understands our content so that it can push it out to the right people. That's what I'm talking about. We don't need to try and go viral, but also if that is part of your strategy, like to go viral, who wouldn't? Then this stuff and passing this information through to YouTube can help with that as well, because YouTube's going to better understand your content. So that is our strategy that we're going to be running through in that training next week. Again, if you can't make it on there live with me, just register. We'll get the replay out afterwards. If you know someone else that needs to see this, then share that link with them as well. Okay. Recently upgraded my audio game for my watch review channel. Awesome. Would the next purchase be lighting or good camera? I'm currently using my phone. I think lighting. If you've got audio sorted, next thing would be lighting, because you can get great quality video out of even a webcam or your phone if you've got good lighting. So for me, I'd go the lighting route if you've got audio sorted. I like that. I've always wanted to do that, but sometimes folks take free for granted. Yeah, for sure. Look, you don't have to. There's obviously a difference between what we're giving away for free on YouTube, and there's a difference between what we've got in our accelerator program, in our courses and things. We're not putting courses on YouTube. We're sharing stuff. We're not holding back, but it's a different value proposition to what you're getting access to inside of our program. right? So you don't have to feel like it's the same thing. How do I hold back from my viewers? What if the offer was different? So I very rarely go live on YouTube, only a couple of times a year, right? So inside of our accelerator program, you want to jump on and get Q&A like this, like that's happening every month. And so there's lots of other ways that we can offer value to people and still sell and make products and those kinds of things and be really successful with it that shouldn't hold back from what you're actually delivering and how you're helping people on the YouTube side of things as well. It's obviously another topic that's close to my heart and something that we do geek out on inside of Accelerator. I've been doing free talk in my dialect, not English, for a few months and quit it now. Okay. Cool. I mean, this is, again, it's all the choice. Test stuff, see what works. What do you enjoy? What does the audience enjoy? And try to find that balance in the middle. I noticed recently my shorts are not showing up in the shorts section on my channel. I'm confused. I guess you've just got to make sure that they are meeting the requirements of being a short, in that they are square or portrait. They are less than a minute. I've heard of some that are people are uploading like right on a minute and it's not getting picked up as a short. So just make sure that you're in requirement for that. You don't need to put the hashtag shorts on there anymore. It should just auto detect. Question from Mark. I'm eligible for the partner program on YouTube. What benefits would I expect? I know my content is very niche. The biggest one is really the ad revenue. Or companies can now run ads on your videos where you will earn a percentage of that. That's probably the biggest thing. It doesn't mean that you're in the partner program, so now your channel is going to get more views or anything like that. They don't necessarily push your content more because you can monetize it. YouTube's probably been running ads on your content from day one. So yeah, it's awesome. Like, congrats on the milestone. But it's one of those ones where you unlock a few extra features, like obviously YouTube memberships, super chats, those kinds of things. So it's up to you really where you want to take this. But know that for those of you that aren't even at the monetization level, you can still monetize your YouTube channel outside of YouTube. And we have free YouTube videos on this, but obviously deep dive in our programs as well. But we have people in our accelerator program that have channels around 1,000 subscribers that are doing multiple 5-figure brand deals every month from a niche audience. So yeah, there's definitely ways that you can monetize and scale this too. I've been using hashtags, but haven't seen a huge difference. Yeah, we don't really use them too much. I use hashtags. My videos, vidIQ installed marks my SEO up or down. Should I go with what vidIQ says? Look, I think all of those, TubeBuddy, vidIQ, Morning Fame, Keywords Everywhere, they'll all give you now some sort of competition score and tell you whether you should make a video or shouldn't make a video. And what we've found countless times is that those tools have said, don't make a video, we'll make it and it'll go on to be one of the biggest videos on our channel, or the same back the other way. You should definitely make this video, and then those videos tank. So instead, what we do is follow our own process. And that's obviously what we teach in great detail inside of our accelerator program. And we do have some YouTube videos around our keyword research process on there as well. But obviously, the training workshop next week will give you a full blueprint for you to follow with your research for this. But no, we don't look at those things and take them as our North Star, whether we should make something or not. We've got a much better process that flows through. It's way more accurate. And we've spoken to people at vidIQ and TubeBuddy that agree with our process. It's a little bit more manual than just having a number show up on the side. It's not a lot of work. It's a little bit more manual, but it's going to get you to where you want to go so much faster. Okay, scrolling through. Good morning. Great to have you on here. I'm starting a channel, and I heard someone say that I should begin by uploading many at once so that people can binge my account. I can grow faster. Do you agree, or should I upload one video at a time? I think if it was a podcast, then yeah, I would be uploading multiple videos, or wait till I had a few podcast episodes, before I release them, because people tend to, the viewer or listener behavior for a podcast is you put that on when you're waiting for a bus, or you're on public transport, or you're going for a run, you're at the gym, and you're locked into that content. So yeah, it makes sense then for you to binge watch or binge listen to content for that regard. On YouTube though, what YouTube is wanting is session time. They don't really care if it's your videos or someone else's. They want to keep people engaged and having a good time on the platform. So for me, the sooner you can put out one video, the sooner people can start to find that video. I wouldn't wait till you got 4 or 5 good to go. I think you can drip feed them out. And this way too, you can promote it. You can say, hey, if you're interested in this, check out my latest video. Instead of, hey, if you're interested in all of these things, check out my latest 5 videos, or my first 5 videos. I think you've got a promotion time in there. So whether it's weekly, whether it's every other week, I would give yourself that free board there. And no, you don't have to wait until you have a back catalog. Most people don't watch most of your stuff. That's how it works. Can we please speak more on copyright strike? Not on this live stream. We're going to keep it to YouTube growth, but we do have a video dedicated to copyright claims, copyright strikes. So definitely recommend checking that out on what to do if you've got them and how to remove them and all of that stuff. I got an Elgato teleprompter. It's an awesome piece of kit. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I did a video, maybe it was the video that came out this week. You'll see. We're ahead with our content that I don't even know which video came out this week. Yeah, I absolutely love my Elgato prompter. I'm still geeking out on this thing. It's not perfect, but it is pretty awesome. 100% never say, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just jump straight in. Yeah, for sure. Make it about the individual viewer. Yeah, I had to get that first video out there. I was thinking too much, too long. Yeah, look, as a perfectionist, I've had to go through a lot of inner work to just put stuff out, especially starting out. I would over edit. Having a video production background was, I guess, good, but also at the same time, a big curse because I would overthink things. I would want things to be technically right. Whereas people are just watching free content on YouTube. They're not going to know if you spend an extra 10 hours color grading something or not. It's not like someone will watch your video and say, I can't watch this. You filmed it on a phone. If the content is good and if they can hear you or follow along, so the audio is good, whatever, then they're able to have a good experience. That's all that really matters. So it's been a big unlearning for me of what I would do for my clients and Netflix documentaries and all of that stuff to just create stuff that is the 80-20. Like what's the lowest amount of input I can put in for the highest amount of return. That's really what we're looking at. How do we have a great experience for people without it taking 100, 200 hours per video? That's really the game here. I just register. Will I get a reminder notification? Yeah, awesome. See you on the session for sure. You will get all the details will come out via email for your link to join and all of that stuff. Any issues, send us an email, but it is automated, that piece of it. When you register, you'll get all of your login details. Livestream consultants. Good evening, Justin from Dallas. At Vid Summit with Doug. Awesome. Great to have you guys on here. Yes, I've got a little bit of FOMO. Vid Summit is awesome. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, all I want YouTuber to do from now to November is to focus on Make America Great Again. Yeah, cool. Solid goal. As an Australian, I'm sure we've got a lot where we can improve as well. So yeah, we miss seeing you there. Yeah, look, it's been a few years. I think maybe I'll see about next year. Can't make any promises. I got commitment issues, but look, I'd love to come back. How do I contact or email YouTube about copyright strike, please? It's all explained in that video. I know that, yeah, I'm just getting to these a little bit further down. Cool. How about tips on how to get watch hours to meet the 4K requirement? Yeah, I mean, this is literally what we're talking about in this session. Not just to get the 4K requirement, it's how to grow on YouTube, how to give people a good experience. So it's about getting your content showing up on the platform somewhere. So YouTube's got to understand what your content is about. It's got to understand the type of audience that would like that content. So how do we help YouTube understand what our content is about so that it can push it out to the right people? We've then got to get it clicked on, right? So your thumbnail strategy, super important. How do we show up? How do we stand out on the page? How do we get clicked over all the other options? And then the last piece is we need to keep people watching. Right? It was no good if you're showing up in the top spots or on the homepage of YouTube, people click on your video and then leave straight away. What's YouTube going to think? well, this is a bad video, or this is a video that didn't fit that viewer, so I'm gonna stop recommending it as much. So there's never really one thing that we need to focus on. There's a few things that we need to focus on. And that's really the framework that I'll be sharing with this workshop next week. So primalvideo.com/live workshop. And I'll be taking you through the 5 steps, literally the blueprint for you to grow on YouTube. The things that we do for every video we upload so that we're strategic. We know that we're providing as much information to YouTube so it can understand our content, can push it out to the right people. You'll understand the value of the thumbnail images and what you need to include in your thumbnail image so that you're able to do that, to show up, to get clicked on. And then some strategies in there as well for how you can keep people watching, how to keep them engaged, how to increase your watch time. And there's a couple of really important things that you need to be doing in your videos to really help people with that, help them want to stick around, to help them see value in your video. And the biggest one, I'll share with you now, it comes down to what you're doing or what you're saying in your video and when you're saying it. There is a structure that we follow for every video we upload. And hey, I followed the exact same structure for this live stream at the start of it. And if I was on someone's podcast, I'd be trying to follow the same structure there as well, a live stream. Even like a YouTube short or an Instagram story, I'm following that structure too. We want to hook people in first off. That's the most important piece. Let them know they're in the right place. So that structure and everything, we're not diving deep into this now. We'll be wrapping this up very, very soon. But all of that we're going to be covering in the free training workshop next week. It's totally free. If you can't make it, still register. We'll get the replay out to you afterwards. I really want you knowing this stuff. Again, this is the stuff that we weren't doing back when we started our channel, when our channel wasn't growing. It's taken us years to figure this stuff out and to really refine it. And that's what I want for you. You don't have to go through paying your dues on YouTube, creating hundreds or thousands of videos. We know lots of people out there that say you're not a YouTuber until you've made your first 1,000 videos, then you can start. Well, it's absolute BS. I haven't made 1,000 videos. I think we're at 680 or something like that on the channel. Might be a little bit more, but we're not at 1,000 videos. So I don't think it's about more content. It's about being strategic with the content that you are putting out. You don't need to create 1,000 videos. You don't need to have your runs on the board. Yeah, you will get better over time. So I'm all for you starting as soon as possible, knowing that first videos will be your worst ones and the next one will be a little bit better, a little bit better. You're gonna learn by doing, but you wanna be pointing the right way. You wanna have your North Star, your strategy that you're following to know that you can test and refine it and really get the most out of this over time. Question, do you think shorts and long form on the same channel is a bad thing, spreading your audience too much? No, YouTube themselves say this now. They didn't at first, but where the YouTube Shorts algorithm is right now, same audience, same channel. So if you're covering the same sorts of things and the audience will be, would like your shorts and would like your long form content, same channel. Because you can interlink. We've got videos where they were just random videos that I wanted to make, but they weren't optimized for search. That the biggest traffic source for them is actually a short. So people are finding the short, they're finding it on the shorts shelf, they're scrolling through, they're finding this video about how to revive a dead channel. It's not something that people are really searching for, but one of our biggest traffic sources for that is that short. So them being on the same channel, we can cross-link between the two. So as long as, yes, you're talking about the same topic, same audience, same channel. Makes it easier for you too. I'd much rather go all in on one channel than be trying to be consistent, to upload, respond to comments and all of this stuff across multiple channels. So streamline things. If it's totally different topics, for sure, different channels. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up now. If I've missed your question, my apologies. There will be Q&A at the end of the session next week. Love hanging out with you all. Thank you for showing up, asking questions, supporting. Yeah, love you guys. Register for the workshop and I will see you guys on the next one. Cheers.